Namaste. We all have that book or two that we can't get enough of, and this day gives us a chance to appreciate the brilliant minds that have created them. A book is similar to a drug. It can be an escape, albeit temporary, from the stresses of life. This November 1, let's celebrate National Authors Day by curling up with our favorite book, a hot beverage, and spending time drifting into another world. Whether it's fiction, fantasy, or biographies, books play a major role in our life and we must celebrate their creators. Today, let's take a moment to appreciate the authors that have spent countless hours writing that favorite book at Bookie Buckets. So, I was thinking, how do we celebrate this day? That's when I got an idea. I don't know how much it will work, but let's try it out. But first of all, I want to thank you all for the support that you guys show after I upload each video. So, I hope this one helps you too. So I would like you to share your thoughts and similar ideas in the comment box below. So running into the video, today I would like to discuss about some authors that have influenced me throughout my reading career. So this is a transition video of my youngest favorite authors to the latest favorite author. Due to time constraints, I would like to mention that instead of discussing the book, we'll just go through the main points about the author and why I like the book and whom do I likely recommend it. So let's begin without any delay. So, first on the list is Elizabeth Danny, who is an Italian children's book author who is famous as the creator of the character Geronimo Stilton. Her most famous works is the Geronimo Stilton series. Her other books also have Tia Stilton and Tia Sisters as the main character. And talking about her works that I like, it revolves around the Tia Sisters, namely Collect, Nikki, Pamela, Paulina, and Violet. Talking about the book, I enjoy the illustrations and random colored fonts as a young reader. The plot most of the times is predictable but still fun and enjoyable. So I would like to recommend this fun-filled and wild book for kids of age group 6 to 9. Now, moving on to the next person on our bucket list is Enid Mary Blyton, who was an English children's writer whose books have been among the world's best sellers since the 1930s, selling more than 600 million copies. Blyton's works are enormously popular even today and have been translated into more than 90 languages. So, two series that I like the most among Blyton's works is The Melody Towers and The Naughtiest Girls. So, talking about Melody Towers, it is a series of 6 novels. Series is based on a girl's boarding school. And talking about Naughtiest Girl, the Naughtiest Girl series is published in 1940, and its title character is Elizabeth Ellen, who is a spoiled girl who is sent to a boarding school called Wheatleaf School. The story basically contains a view of Elizabeth and how she comes over many difficult situations in a new school. We can also experience the change in her attitude over due course of time in the book. So, why I like the book is because its reader-friendly writing style and because of its true connection with a child's everyday school incident, at least mine. So, yeah, this was one of my favorite childhood series, and I would likely recommend it to kids of age group 8 to 11. Now, next on our bucket list is Ruskin Bond, who is an Indian author of British descent. His first novel, The Room on the Roof, received the John Llewellyn Rhys Prize in 1957. He was also awarded the Sahitya Academy Award in 1992 for Our Trees Still Grow in Dara, his novel in English. So, since then, he has written many novels and over 500 short stories, as well as a variety of poems and essays, which have been established uh, as one of the most loved and admired chronicles of contemporary India. He was also awarded the Padma Shri in 1999 for his contributions in children's literature. His works that I like the most is The Adventure of Rusty, which was my 13th birthday gift. So basically, the book is having a beautiful writing style for kids and so many thoughts that a child must have. So the incident in the book is self-mesmerizing, and thus I would like to recommend it to kids of age group 10 to 30. Now, moving on to the next person. The next person in our bucket list is none other than Sudha Murthy, who is an Indian engineering teacher, author, and social worker. She is also the chairperson of the Infosys Foundation. The stories revolve around daily life doing chores as well as the kings and queens and a fantasy world that a grandparent is likely to tell to their grandchild. So Sudha Murthy's books are written in English and Kannada but have been translated into many Indian languages. She has also written more than 24 books which include non-fiction novels, technical stories, travelogues and memoirs. But what I like the most about her books is her style of making the reader feel at home. Her books usually consist of a grandparent kind of story that we are likely to hear, as I have mentioned before. And here the books Her books are also life related, which makes us feel more comfortable and trustworthy as a reader. I would also like to recommend her kids' books to the kids of age group 8 to 10 and other real life based stories for kids of age group 11 to 30. Next is Madeline Sophie Wickham, aka Sophia Kinsley, who is again an English author. The first two novels in her best selling Shopaholic series is The Secret Dream World of Shopaholic and Shopaholic Abroad, which were adapted into the film named Confessions of Shopaholic. So, what I like, or the best book that I like is Shopaholic series itself, namely The Secret Dream World of Shopaholic. So, what I like about the book in this book is Becky's ordinary but extraordinary life as a shopaholic, which we all are in some means. And the storyline is also great about this book, and it has a magic to take us into another world of Becky and Luke. And thus, by saying so, I would like to recommend this book to kids of age group 13 to 15. So next on our bucket list is Sophia Cleverly, who was born in Bath in 1989. She also wrote her first story at the age of 4, though it had no punctuations and essentially was a very long sentence, as we all write. So, my favorite book written by Sophia Cleverly is the Scarlet and Ivy series, which is a middle grade series of 6 books. The latest one and the last one in the series was The Last Secret, which was released in January 2019. So the book follows adventure of Scarlet Grey and Ivy Grey, a 13-year-old twin who attend Brookwood boarding school, an English boarding school set up in 1930s. So the author of the book is The Lost Twin, The Whispers in the Walls, The Dance in the Dark, The Lights Under the Lake, The Curse in the Candlelight, and The Last Secret, as you can see on the slide. So, to talk about the series itself will take me an episode because still this day this series has remained as one of my best grades, and I still believe that it will be in many more years to come. So, because it takes us, this book has actually the magic to take us into the world of Scarlet and Ivy and gives us a feeling that we are one of them. I can make a separate video to tell you guys how intriguing this series is if you guys would like to know. So, I would like to recommend this book to kids of age group 11 to 14. Moving on to the second last person of our discussion. Now we are going to speak about the Queen of Crimes, that is Dame Agatha Mary Clarissa Christie, who was an English writer known for her 66 detective novels and 14 short story collections, particularly those revolving around the fictional characters Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple. Outsold only by Bible and Shakespeare, Agatha Christie is the best-selling novelist of all times, and Then There Were None is my favorite book. So, and talking about And Then There Were None now, And Then There Were None is a very reanimating read that is actually a must-read for every crime fiction fans. The plot is well crafted, the ending is unexpected, and the book itself is full of twists and turns. And as I said before, I may need another video to speak about this book a little. So, talking about my favorite Agatha Christie books in the increasing order, it's like the ABC Murder, The Murder Project Riot, and Then There Were None. So, brilliantly plotted, I would like to recommend all these 3 books to the readers above the age group of 30. Now, moving on to the last but creator of most aspiring character, Sir Arthur Ignatius Conan Doyle. So, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was a British writer and a physician. He created the character Sherlock Holmes in 1887 for A Study in Scarlet, the first of 4 novels and 56 short stories about Holmes and Dr. Watson. And nevertheless, to say the Sherlock Holmes stories are considered milestones in the field of crime fiction. So, Detective Sherlock Holmes was is one of the most vivid and enduring characters in English fiction, referring to himself as a consulting detective. In the stories, Holmes is known for his proficiency with observation, deduction, forensic science, and logical reasoning that borders on the fantastic, which he employs on investigating cases for a wide variety of clients, including the Scotland Yard. So, to speak about Sherlock Holmes itself will take me more than one episode because I believe that I'm a Sherlockian or Holmesian in myself. And since I have videos which talks about Sherlock Holmes stories and the importance and specialities of Sherlock Holmes and the importance and specialities of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's works, I would not like to extend the time or duration of this video. So if you guys haven't seen those videos, I'll just link them in this video. So I personally recommend this to all readers above the age of 14, whether you like crime or not, because it's super. Today's video. So, coming to the end of the presentation, it's your time to pay homage to those great writers who have created such inspiring books and amazing plots. Comment down your favorite author and his or her book which you love the most. Until next video, this is me, Shreya Mahesh, signing off from Bookie Buckets. Thank you all.